Our real president wants in on that Texas lawsuit against swing states, and 19 total states so far want the Supreme Court to hear the Texas case. Meanwhile, CNN says that all 50 states plus Washington, D.C. have certified the results of the election and that Biden is president-elect. This is the end of Hour 1 of the Jesse Lee Peterson Show, Thursday, December 10th, 2020. Stay tuned for Hour 2. But first, Hake news, not fake news. Trump asks the Supreme Court for permission to join the Texas election lawsuit, according to the Epoch Times. President Trump's lawyer filed a motion to intervene in the U.S. Supreme Court on Wednesday, asking the court to allow the president to join the Texas case that alleges that Pennsylvania, Georgia, Michigan, and Wisconsin had unconstitutionally changed election laws, treated voters unequally, and triggered significant voting irregularities by relaxing ballot integrity measures. In its filing, Trump's lawyer argues that the president should be afforded the opportunity to intervene in the case so that he can protect his unique and substantial personal interests as a candidate for re-election to the office of the president in the November 3rd, 2020 election. President Trump's lawyer also filed a bill of complaint supplementing the suit filed by Texas. Trump's version outlined additional complaints, including the lack of signature verification in Georgia. 19 total states want this in the Supreme Court. That same day that Trump did this, 17 states urged the Supreme Court to review Texas's bid challenging the election results in the 4 states, those 4 battleground states, according to the Epoch Times. And now it's 18 states with Arizona, according to Drudge and CBS Dallas-Fort Worth. The states supporting the Texas suit, all of which have Republican attorneys general, according to the Epoch Times, are Missouri, Alabama, Arkansas, Florida, Indiana, Kansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Montana, Nebraska, North Dakota, Oklahoma, South Carolina, South Dakota, Tennessee, Utah, and West Virginia, in ABC order, right? An amicus curiae, or friend of the court brief, was filed with the High Court earlier on Wednesday, led by Missouri Attorney General Eric Schmitt, a Republican. Under the U.S. Constitution, the times, places, and manner of holding elections may only be prescribed by the state legislature and Congress. The states wrote, encroachments on the authority of the state legislatures by other state actors violate the separation of powers and threaten individual liberty. Meanwhile, the changes made by the defendant states in mail-in voting rules during the COVID-19 pandemic, the 17 states argued, plus later Arizona, would have likely enhanced the risk of election fraud since they strip away safeguards protecting against fraudulent behavior. They added that the relaxation of safeguards for mail-in ballots create, quote, needless vulnerability to actual I can't say that word, right? And undermined public confidence in the election. I can't say it because YouTube doesn't let you. Some of these changes include removing signature verification, extending the deadline to receive mail-in ballots, and failing to implement consistent statewide standards for the handling of mail-in ballots, according to the Texas lawsuit. Following the filing of the brief, Arizona Attorney General Mark Brnovich later in the day filed a request to the top court, for permission to file his own brief in support of Texas. CNN wants you to accept reality, guys. CNN says all 50 states and the District of Columbia have now certified their presidential election results. The next major step is the Electoral College process is Monday's meeting of electors. President Donald Trump escalated his baseless, wink, wink, claims of yesterday, asking the Supreme Court to intervene in a lawsuit. I don't think CNN knows what that means because they seem to be saying it wrong. Trump wants the court to allow him to join the lawsuit. That's what intervene means. Seeking to invalidate millions of votes allegedly cast in Georgia, Michigan, Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin. Those are the battleground states. I'm James Hake. Now on to Jesse, Hour 2.